It's week 3 of the 2022 season, and we're going to see Travis Etienne. He's coming off a banner week, over 160 yards in that one. It's the Bucs and the Packers, and it comes your way next.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They're led out by the former third-round pick, now in his 11th NFL season, and that's Russell Wilson.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. The numbers for Zeke from last week: 19 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
As always, priority number 1 for them is to secure the win this week. But priority number 2, this guy right now, who is 6th in the league in rushing. They want to give him that push to get him into the top 5 and really earn the status of being one of the best ground games in the NFL, as well as him being one of the lead backs, too.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. And there on your screen, Charles, the key inactives guys out this week.
And there's never anything good about any injury. If there's a silver lining to them, is that it creates opportunity for someone else on the depth chart. Will they take advantage of it with good play, or have they not prepared well, thinking they'll never get on the field, and they'll go out there and hurt their team?
And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. Faced for their first third down conversion opportunity, and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. To throw again on second down. Wilson. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And some space here. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Give Uchenna Nwosu the credit for the stuff.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Bucs are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. They're led out by an electric third-year player from the University of Utah, Tyler Huntley.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
A man coming off a washout 2021. It's Travis Etienne. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week, well into the triple digits, and they'll take that every time out.
What I loved was just how decisive he was running the football. Coaches like guys that go north and south. They don't like the east-west guys, the juking and the jiving. 1 foot in the ground and cut.
To throw, Huntley. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Bucs at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Huntley to throw. And able to find Alan Lazard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Here's Huntley. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield. A combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And they'll run with Etienne. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Operating from the gun, Huntley. This is caught. Touchdown. Alan Lazard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Buccaneers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong, only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. And I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turn into a heck of a DB, though, partner. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that Diaz had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing to start the drive. Hunt and a loose football.
Just a sec, guys.
Take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On 2nd and 7, Wilson. That's caught. It's Chris Moore. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on it, and they pick up a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Wilson. Out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jabari Zuniga able to drop him for a loss of a couple. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive to either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And they will get to him at the 7 and snap him short of the first down marker. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Up and good for Santoso. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over. That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Huntley. Out route pass complete to Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch,
then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's got room. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Huntley dancing to his left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. He will push his way down to about the 14. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Keenan Allen, a 14-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to extend their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point good by Prater, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From the 6. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Huntley. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, Huntley. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down.
Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wilson to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle part of the field. They bring up 2nd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing is Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for them and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. ETN. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Huntley to throw. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Here's Huntley.
Able to find Lazard. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
ETN up the middle.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
To throw, Huntley.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that 1st down run.
Straight ahead, ETN. And he's got it to about the 40.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huntley. If they want a 1st, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Huntley. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead holds at 8.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, right? A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here taken in by Gesicki.
On 2nd down, Elliott. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's complete to Diggs. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 16. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Being chased out left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Wide open receiver complete.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
To throw again is Wilson. Flush to his right. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Russell Wilson as the first half is winding down.
And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than
right?
down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the 2nd quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime.
And how about that for just running out the clock? Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on 1st down. Huntley. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And that one finds the Falcons out in front. C.D. Lamb, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll take a trip east to check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Houston Texans. Joe Mixon, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Jamal Williams, well over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs. And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On first down, Huntley. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A handoff for Etienne. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Huntley. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps it down listen, very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Wilson. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. On 2nd down, Elliott once more. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Wilson, a dump off to Elliott. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of 1st. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Here's a give to Etienne. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Huntley. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Huntley. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Huntley. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Prater's kick is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. Now Wilson. On the right side open is Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a play to take note. Future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Here's Wilson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On now is the Packers punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Back now comes Tampa Bay.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Huntley's throw caught there by Wallace. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them to 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
On 1st and 10, Huntley. He's able to find Wallace.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Huntley. Throw right side taken in by Wallace.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
Etienne with it.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Huntley. He's got the hook up to Lazard.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
They'll run with Etienne.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Going with their tight end on fourth. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Operating from the gun. Huntley over the middle, complete. It's Allen. And the Buccaneers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
I'll tell you what, this offense has been a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the first and goal.
And they'll run with ETN. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Once more, ETN pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. ETN. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson. Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs. On the move past the 40. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Wilson. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jabari Zuniga able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. On 3rd down, Wilson. On the move to it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. You Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Ryan Santoso now in a high-pressure spot.
This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead. Well, that one an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within one score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Huntley to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Allen.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down.
Huntley, give him another one right back to Allen. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
One of the league's best and most consistent wide receivers in his 10th season in the league. Keenan Allen is just automatic at this point. Nice catch from him there for a 1st down. 100 catches, 1,100 yards, at least 6 touchdowns a season. Wash, rinse, repeat. But let's not take him for granted. He's a terrific player.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Huntley.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Keenan Allen halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Bucs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the map there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Prater for the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's McKinnon. From the 36, Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters, and this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th, but a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
They go play action with Wilson. Buying time to his left.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
From the 29, Wilson. And a quick throw here that's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Now Wilson on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Throwing is Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Throwing again here, Wilson. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good from Santoso.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Huntley's throw there complete to Allen.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
ETN up the middle.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
To throw, Huntley.
Able to find Lazard. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Running out of the gun with Etienne.
And some room to work.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Etienne once more.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Huntley. He'll buy some time right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Prater's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 13. 56 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down.
And that's complete to McKenzie.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson.
He's got Elliott.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Now Wilson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.